when I found your app, it was exactly what I was looking for, that we can subscribe to this as an app, and not as a financial partner. I like that. That's definitely saving us lots of money. We are a manufacturer and retailer of breed-specific performance outerwear for dogs. Company's been in business for almost 30 years. We've been doing this for a really long time. Everything that we manufacture is made in America. We stand behind our products. As far as I know, we're the only dog apparel brand that has a recoat program where oftentimes the coat will outlive the dog, and people don't want those to go into the landfill. So we will allow a customer to send a coat back to us, and maybe they've just moved from Maine to Florida and they don't need a cold weather coat anymore. Rather than having that coat go to waste, we'll refurbish it and we'll put it back on our site for resale. So we believe in our products. We have a catalog of almost 10,000 SKUs that we manage, and like I said, everything we do we make here in our shop right here in Tacoma, Washington.
That's amazing. I have a quick question there. Is there a breed, like a most popular breed, like the one that stands out among the rest? Is the large breed anywhere at the top of the list?
So of the 26 breeds that we have patterns for, we started with greyhounds. In fact, the company was founded making winter and raincoats for rescued greyhounds. And true to our heritage, greyhounds are still our number one selling breed. We do really well with short-haired dogs. So second to greyhounds, we have Vizslas. We have German short-haired pointers are very popular. Doberman pinschers are very popular for us. So lots of larger short-haired breeds. But then we do a fair bit of Chihuahuas and Pugs and Frenchies as well.
That's awesome. I have a Saint Bernese and a Saint Bernard and a Bernese Mountain Dog. So that was.
So grooming is a full-time job in your house.
Yeah. We can't. If we don't have the robot vacs running every day, like it's chaos here. There's no way. Carrie, do you mind introducing yourself as well and what you do?
Yes, my name is Carrie Ozenbaum, the owner of Core Marketing. I've partnered with Joe and Voyager K9 Apparel to support them with their Shopify store. So I handle all the front end and back end development.
What problem you were running into before you got onto STOQ or you discovered STOQ? Like, was there something you were doing when it comes to pre-orders, or was there a problem you were running into while you were doing pre-orders?
Like I said, we have about 10,000 SKUs that we manage, but of those, there's really only a fraction of those that we need to maintain stock for. We have enough data for some of those larger breeds that we have a pretty good idea. We're able to predict with fairly good certainty what size and color combinations are going to be popular. So we'll stock ahead on those. But then the other ones, let's say a breed where we sell a small number of them, it's much more difficult to predict ahead of time the specific size and color that a customer may want. And rather than make ahead, across the full catalog of our products, we wanted customers to be able to come to the site and order a product that is exactly what they want, and know that we will make it on demand.
Mm-hmm.
What we were struggling with was a way to message that to customers. And the website, the native Shopify site features didn't really allow us much in the way of messaging outside of moving up to a higher tier plan than we're on, where we could customize the cart. And so what we ended up with was a situation where we were really having to manage the inventory availability at a very granular level. We turn inventory availability on and off. We would manipulate digital inventory that was slightly different than physical inventory in order to try to make sure that customers are able to purchase what they need. We would have customers reach to us individually, and our sales team would write manual orders and thus overwrite out of stock items. So we had all these sort of challenges in trying to ensure that our customers were able to get what they wanted and understood how long it may take to get. So this was a solution for us that fit that challenge for us very nicely.
That's interesting. When you say messaging, could you maybe describe that more? Like, was Did you want to make sure that customers were informed in every step of the purchase flow? Was that the main thing that you were looking to accomplish, or was that something that was not there that you were trying to do?
Yeah. So out of the box, what Shopify allows you to do is set an inventory management policy for an item so that if you don't have stock of it, they can still allow it to sell.
Yeah.
From the customer's viewpoint, it just looks like it's available. And when you are in Chicago and a winter storm is coming and your Frenchie doesn't want to go outside, you want to get that coat right now. And so we had trouble trying to message to customers that though it looks like it's available on the website, we still have to make it. So if you order your Frenchie a winter coat and it takes us 4 or 5 days to manufacture that coat, and you are also paying for expedited shipping, we really kind of ran into this challenge or this problem where customers were expecting to get the coat next day air, but we still had to make it. And so we didn't have a way for a customer to come to the site and go, oh, I want this coat, I need it tomorrow. And also know that it's going to take 3, 4, 5 days for us to make it before we can ship it out.
Had you looked into other ways to do pre-orders or other pre-order solutions before?
So kind of the solution that we came up with was using the inventory system that Shopify has natively. We actually made a lot of customizations to the theme that we're on that allowed messaging. We worked with our developers on customizations where somebody selected that variant that was supposed to be made to order, that it would give them that messaging. Said made to order. If they added it to the cart, it would again say made to order. We had messaging saying that this item's going to take, certain amount of business days before it can be shipped, all the way to like the checkout process. But there still seemed to be like, we were still having people get through that whole process and still come out the other end like, where's my coat? Like, I just ordered this. So it's like, I don't know if the messaging was as pronounced or the flow that we needed to get to. Also with the pre-order, because we do specific color launches. So the point of that is, there's a limited color. The social media and email team will get the audience kind of fired up. We have like a new color launching. And so it gets interest. And because, there's a small amount of fabric that's maybe ordered for this launch, we'll do like a pre-order status and we'll get all these orders for a certain amount of time. So then the team can build them out. So then what we had to do on the Shopify side is we used metadata integrated into the theme. And then because this color variant lives on the same page, product pages as the rest of the carts, we had to create it to where it looked like a pre-order. So on my end, we set all this up, but we would have to manually go through every product and then update like a meta tag for every product for this color. So on top of that, it was very time intensive. So to set up a pre-order, we'd have to get all the product pages up. And then like the night before, we couldn't schedule anything. We'd have to go and update all the variants and meta tags for these products for this pre-order. So what STOQ's been able to do is pretty much automate all that, save us hours of time. And then essentially for utilizing it for the made to order, it kind of activates the same as our pre-order status, but in this sense, it is also saying it's made to order, and the ability to be able to customize the call to action button and all the information directly on the product page with just the click of a few buttons has honestly, for me and my team, it's saved us like hours of time just being able to manage this for Joe and his company. And it saves him time and money.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's one of our missions to just kind of build like really affordable software. I don't know why, but like for some reason, it's a thing that's in my head that's very strong as a principle. So I hope that you guys continue feeling that way, that it's just insane how much value there is. I want that to be true for as long as possible.
I want to add to that as well, that when I was researching options for a pre-sale app or a pre-launch app, one of the themes in some of your competitors is there's like a part of the revenue model is factoring the invoices. And I just kept scratching my head about like, how does this make sense for anybody involved, unless you're a much, much larger company than we are. So when I found your app, it was exactly what I was looking for, that we can subscribe to this as an app, and not as a financial partner. I liked that. That's definitely saving us lots of money.
Yeah. Never fun to see like a transaction fee type of setup on any orders. I think it's the first thing that makes you think at least 100 times before you end up subscribing to any app and like wanting to work closely with them.
Yeah.
So I totally get you there. Before the call, you mentioned that like one of the pre-orders went really well. Can you share more about that?
It was launching our brand new product to the market. So this was to also help bridge the gap between the seasonality of the business. So with Voyagers, their focus is mainly like winter apparel. So with this new product launch, they're launching a cooling coat that can be used in hot weather to keep dogs cool. So being able to then use this pre-order app for launching this new product made it, obviously there was a lot of interest around it, but then to also utilize that in the launch of this new product, it really helped make it seamless, from some of the previous launches that we had.
Awesome. As a part of this series, we're basically trying to give like other brands, agencies, merchants, just information on launching pre-orders or doing back in stock alerts. Is there anything you want to tell them about doing it right or about what you've learned from running pre-orders?
So I've used lots of pre-order, back in stock, or notify and pre-order apps with other clients that I've had. And a lot of them are based on utilizing inventory, whether it's set to like 0 or things. So the cool thing about this one is that you can actually you have more control over the pre-order status, and then it's not essentially set to you have the option to set it to everything, every product on the store, but kind of what I feel like sets you apart is your ability to actually set it, whether it's to a collection or specify the specific products that you want. And it's not specifically based off just inventory settings.
Yeah. And I would add that as a small but growing manufacturing company, one of the things that we need to be able to do in the marketplace is be responsive to customer needs and customer expectations, and whilst also providing a high value and an excellent product. And an app like STOQ is what helps us. This type of app in this particular environment helps us to bridge the gap between what a craft manufacturer can do and what a scaled manufacturer can do. So it just gives us that scalability that's going to allow us to grow and be, the bigger company that we need to be.
That's amazing. Okay, I think that wraps it up. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.